You look at your drawing and it didn't feel right? Well, you're not alone. You want to delete it, you're thinking about quitting for the day, maybe the week, maybe longer. I had that exact moment more times than I can count, and I almost quit too. But I figured 5 things you can actually do right now. Not motivation, not just keep going, real actions starting today. Let's go. The first one I'm going to show you is something I do before I even pick up my pencil, and it changes everything. Shrink the scope. If everything looks bad, your project is probably too big. Full illustration can feel overwhelming, especially when you're not feeling it. So think smaller. Instead of fixing everything at once, pick 1 or 2 elements and focus on those first. If you are drawing a character in a scene, start by sketching just the background objects first on a separate sheet. Let's say maybe you want to add a small plant in the background. Then sketch 5 different plants first, like try variations. Figure out which one you love before it ever touches the main piece. Look at this drawing. I have a character, plants, books, cups, vases, frames, a carpet, a cat. It's a lot. But if you make a list of everything you want to draw, you can study each one individually and figure out the composition like a puzzle later. I kind of like this style. Same goes for the character, like poses, hairstyles, outfit details, accessories. Draw all on a separate sheet first. When those small pieces are done, you have options, and having option is powerful. You're not guessing anymore, you're choosing. It's so easy to say I can't draw or I'm not good at this when you put too much on your plate. Big drawings take time and energy, and that can feel overwhelming. But if you slow down and break the task into bite-sized pieces, you give yourself a real win with each task, and that joy is what keeps you coming back. Lower the pressure, win a little every day, and you will draw more than you ever thought you could. Tip number 2, quantity sketches. Draw 10 instead of perfecting 1. So right now you might be overworking on a single drawing, and that spirals fast into overthinking and frustration. So here's what to do instead. Set a timer for 20 minutes and draw 5 to 10 quick sketches. 2 minutes each, no polishing, no pressure to finish. Let's say you're drawing a plant. You can't decide which plant, which colors, which brush, what it's going to look like. You're thinking more than you're drawing, and that's bad. In the short term and also in the long term. Always draw more instead of hyperfixating on one. Draw more. That's the rule. That's where the real progress is. Here's what it actually looks like. All the different plants I drew before I decided which one to use. Different types, different colors, different brushes, different textures. Just experimenting and having fun. So the rule is simple. You're not trying to finish anything or make it perfect. You're just letting ideas flow. Quantity is your best friend here. It quiets the inner critic, it builds faster pattern recognition, and it builds real momentum. It's also good for developing your art style. When you stop fixating on one piece, the pressure eases and the flow comes back. Before you start, tell yourself one thing. Today, I'm practicing, not producing. That single shift is so powerful, and it changes how your hand moves and everything. I made a free 7-day plan for this, and link in the description. Go download and start today. Tip number 3, here's something nobody talks about enough. Sometimes your art doesn't feel bad because you're bad at it. It feels bad because you're probably bored. And boredom is sneaky. If you've been staring at the same screen, using the same brushes, working in the same app for weeks, your brain starts tuning out. It stops being curious, and when curiosity goes, so does the joy. So this tip is simple, but it hits differently. Just switch the tool. Go from digital to paper, from pencil to brush pen, from full rendering to clean line art. If you always color with markers, try ink and water. If you're always on the iPad, pull out a sketchbook here you haven't touched in months. I remember the first time I switched from digital back to a real sketchbook after a long stretch of screen time. I wasn't even trying to make anything good. I just started sketching with a cheap brush pen, no pressure, no layers, no undo button, and something unlocked. It felt playful again, like drawing did when I first started. That's what switching tools actually does. It's not just as a novelty hit, it genuinely shifts your brain out of the self-critic mode and into problem-solving mode. When a tool is unfamiliar, your inner critic goes quiet because it doesn't know the rules yet. You can't overthink something you never done before. So try a short 15-minute session with a tool you haven't used this month. That's all. Not a full drawing, not a finished piece, just 15 minutes of playing. And I want to be clear, this isn't about abandoning your style or starting over. Your style isn't going anywhere. Think of it like stretching before a workout. You're not changing what you do, you're waking up the parts of your brain that went quiet. Then you can come back to your main piece after that, and I promise it will look different. Not because it changed, because you did. Tip number 4. No posting to social media for 7 days. Okay, I know this one might be the hardest on the list. These days it's hard not to post your drawings. We all feel the pressure, and maybe you just want to share your art and track your progress. Maybe you're trying to turn your passion into something bigger. Career, a community, a building online presence feels necessary. You post regularly because you feel like you have to. I feel this one personally. I'm going through the same thing right now, and I want to be honest with you about it. Because here's what posting does that we don't talk about. It turns your private creative space into a performance. Suddenly, every sketch is a potential reel. Every unfinished piece is something you are judging through the eyes of strangers. Experimenting becomes harder when you feel like everyone is watching. And you don't want to lose the algorithm, right? I get it. That fear is real. But now you're adding external criticism on top of the internal critic. That's already loud enough. So here's the experiment I want to propose. Go 7 days without posting any of your drawings. No reels, no stories, no portfolio updates. Just draw privately for yourself with zero audience. I tried this once when I was in a really bad creative slump, and I felt anxious about it for the first 2 days, like I was falling behind. By day 4, something shifted. I started drawing things I never would have posted. Weird things, messy things, experimental things, and they were some of the most fun drawings I made in months. So that's what this break gives you. The freedom to take risks and try things you wouldn't show the world yet. And when you come back to posting, you will feel lighter, more connecting to why you started drawing in the first place, rather than chasing likes. If 7 days feels too long, start with 3 or 4. It's up to you. The number doesn't matter. The goal is the same. Reduce the external pressure so you can take risks. And those risks, that's where the joy comes. Tip number 5, focus on one specific weakness. It's so easy to say, I hate everything about this drawing. I'm not good at this. I'm not where I want to be. I will never get better. It continues. Those thoughts feel true when you're in the middle of them, but they are not specific enough to be useful. And that's the problem. You can't fix everything. Nobody can. So here's the shift. Instead of saying, I don't like my drawing, ask yourself, what exactly don't I like about it? Is it your line quality, your color choices, your composition, the way you render light and shadow, the way you draw faces or hands? Whatever it is, name it. Get specific. Because a specific problem is a solvable problem. And then do this, like pick just one thing, not 2, not 3, only one. And spend the next 1 or 2 weeks practicing only that. I remember going through a phase where I hated how I draw hair, and every drawing I made, I realized I did the same type of hair, and it was so boring, and I felt like it was time for a change. So I stopped trying to fix everything at once and just draw hairstyles. 100 hairstyles, different genders, different ethnics, different styles, and within 1 week, hair became one of my favorite things to draw, and my characters got more interesting with diversity. So that's what focus does. If your issue is color, take one finish line drawing and test completely different palettes on it. Like same lines, different colors every time. Start with 1 or 2 colors, then push to 3 or 4. Keep the line work identical, so the only variable is the color. And you will learn faster than you ever thought possible. The specific problems are easier to solve. When you narrow your focus, you improve faster. And those small improvements, those small wins, build momentum naturally. One win leads to another. That's not motivation, that's just how progress works. So those are my 5 tips for getting out of your creative slump, and more importantly, for falling back in love with drawing. So shrink the scope, do quantity sketches, switch your medium, step away from posting, and focus on one specific weakness at a time. None of these are magic, but they work, because I use every single one of them myself, and I'm still using them. If you are going through it right now, I want you to try just one of these today. Not all 5, just one, and see what happens. You haven't lost it, you're just stuck, and the stuck is temporary. If this helped you, let me know in the comments which tip you're trying first. I read every single one. And if you know someone who is going through a creative slump right now, send this to them. They might need it more than you know. If you want a quick start sheet with a mini 7-day plan, link in the description, go and download and start today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss more practical creativity tips. And see you in the next one.